If you've ever gone hiking, you've probably used a compass. If you know someone who works in construction, they've probably used a compass. The compass is a valuable tool used by the military, and miners use it to assist in underground navigation. Nowhere is the compass more important than as a navigational tool while at sea.
I would never go out to sea without a compass.
If you're out at sea and you're navigating, you need to have your compass.
Invention of the magnetic compass, somebody that realized that the Earth had a magnetic field and it's always going to point to true north, and then being able to put it on board a ship, that really made life, a little bit easier and was a great stride in determining, okay, what direction am I traveling?
Though the compass has long been associated with navigation, its original purpose was something completely different. To find the earliest use of a magnetic compass, we have to travel back to China during the golden age of the Han Dynasty, where the compass served as a mystical instrument of spirituality. A spoon made of lodestone, a naturally magnetic stone, was placed on a bronze plate that was decorated with symbols of heaven and earth. When the magnetic force magically moved the spoon, causing it to always point in the same direction, the Chinese believed it was a divine spirit, showing the way for a harmonious life. Centuries would pass before a compass was used for maritime navigation. Until then, sailors turned to familiar objects on the land and in the sky for direction. When we travel to and from school, certain landmarks like a water tower, a bridge, a red light, or even a friend's house let us know where we are. Early seafarers followed the same strategy, using landmarks on the coast such as a mountain or a village as a point of reference. They also used dead reckoning, a method used to estimate a ship's position at sea. Dead reckoning was based upon the ship's previous position and regular estimations of the ship's speed and course direction. But when traveling away from land, across the vast ocean where landmarks weren't visible, they often turned to the environment for clues. Fairly consistent monsoon winds provided a method to judge the direction, as did observing a bird in flight. These early navigators also looked to the sky for help. They knew the sun rose in the east and set in the west, and when directly overhead, at the highest point in the sky, it could be used to determine exact north and exact south. This allowed sailors on clear days to easily determine what direction they were heading. In the dark of the evening, they steered by the stars. Using the stars to navigate required an understanding of their movements and finding a fixed point in the sky. Early seafarers turned to the stable North Star, or Polaris in the northern hemisphere, as a marker and a fixed point from which to navigate while out at sea. The farther north they traveled, the higher the North Star appeared in the sky. The farther south they traveled, the closer the North Star was to the horizon. Early seafarers determined their location by extending an arm and measuring the distance between the North Star and the horizon with their fingers. Mathematically, their latitude was equal to the elevation of the North Star above the horizon, and this knowledge allowed sailors to estimate their location. This form of calculation continues throughout the evolution of navigation. As the winter months approached, bad weather filled the sky, leaving early seafarers disoriented. Getting lost was a real fear. A Roman writer once concluded that from mid-November to mid-March, the seas are closed, which means no travel and no trade. The magnetic compass helped change this. The English monk Alexander Neckham was the first European to document the use of the compass in navigation. Writing in the late 12th century, he concluded,
"If then one wishes a ship well provided with all things, then one must have also a needle mounted on a dart. The needle will be oscillated and turn until the point of the needle directs itself to the north, thus making known to sailors the route which they should hold."
With the use of the compass at sea, sailors could figure out the direction even when the sun, stars, and landmarks could not be seen. Portolans, charts which showed coastlines, ports, and the sea, were also evolving. Portolans included compass bearings that further helped seafarers plot a course. As a result, trade and exploration increased substantially. The compass was the first major technological instrument in navigation, and it opened the door for even greater advancements. Eventually, with a greater understanding of the Earth's magnetism, the compass was engineered to be a more precise and sophisticated instrument, and it is still used in navigation today.